Shaun Anderson is the epitome of never giving up. In 2015, he lost his arm, and instead of giving up, he developed a brace with a friend to enable him to compete in the sport he loves so much. A year later, he was representing South Africa at the Paralympics in Rio de Janeiro, taking on the best archers in his category with his sights on a medal.
Thing in the back of the mind that says, I can shoot another 10 points more, I can do this or that. So it's a personal challenge, and that's what I enjoy about archery, because yes, I compete against other people, but it's inside here where you've got to challenge yourself, and especially when you've got to overcome a lot of things to challenge yourself to get to that level again.
The 45-year-old suffered another setback in 2017 as he was paralyzed from the hips down after being involved in a boating accident, leaving him in a wheelchair and undergoing intensive rehabilitation. But that has not stopped the determined marksman who believes he will overcome this challenge.
I haven't made up my mind that I won't ever walk again. I will walk again, but when that day comes, then what I've got here, I'll give to somebody who needs that and get him on the go again. But the prognosis is unfortunately one of those prognoses that they can't give you a time limit on it.
Anderson aims to inspire other disabled athletes and believes that his story will give others hope who have all but given up on their dreams.
I know what it means to respect life, and we live in a beautiful country, and if my story can change anybody in the world and make them realize that they can also just do something that they thought they couldn't do, then that's why I do this. That's why I get up every morning.
It's incredible to think that 6 months ago Shaun Anderson was lying in a hospital bed in intensive care, not knowing if he would ever compete again. Today, although confined to a wheelchair, he is finding form with the bow, and his target is firmly set at competing at the Paralympics in Tokyo in 2 years' time. Sias Plessis, CGTN, Pretoria.
Right now, for more on this week's Focus on Match Point, beating the odds, let's now go live to Johannesburg, where we are now joined by a special guest, South African para-triathlete Shaun Anderson. Stan, thank you for speaking to us on Match Point. You said in your biography that while growing up, you were, quote, never allowed to use your disability as an excuse. Just begin by telling us how this has helped you out in life.
Absolutely. My friends and family that were surrounded me as a youngster, you know, sort of gave me the idea that it's my disability is not an excuse, and therefore I should rather focus on what can be achieved rather than what cannot be done. So, you know, it's helped me throughout my life, seeing, you know, almost attracting challenges and wanting to take on challenges head on rather than to look for an excuse. There's a nice saying I like to live with, you know, you either look for excuse or you look for a way. I love to look for a way, how we, you know, get through it and how we manage it.
Indeed, inspiring words there. And you live by the motto, live with passion and regret nothing. How maybe would others in similar situations adopt this mantra, maybe to beat the odds in life?
So absolutely. Everything I do with passion, and I believe that everything you should do with passion. Not only in sport, in life, you know, in everyday life as well. Something that relates to as well is that I've always believed that you never lose. You either win or you learn. So even when you do not beat your opponent, what you take away is a lesson. So whether it be in sport or whether it be something in life, if you didn't close that deal, well, you didn't lose the deal because you've learned how to close the next one. So if you live with passion and you don't regret anything, you'll soon learn that you don't lose. You either win or learn.